You're welcome to Daily Bread. This is Joshua Jeremiah, your host. It's a great honor and a great privilege sharing God's word with you. We don't take it for granted. We give God all the glory and honor for this opportunity. And we thank God for you as well for taking the time to watch and to share these with as many as you know. Please continue to do that. Help us spread this everywhere so you can get to the ends of the earth, blessing, impacting, and transforming the lives of many to the glory of God in Jesus' mighty name. God gives grace for every assignment given. It will be unrighteous of God to demand from you what He has not equipped you to accomplish. God is not Pharaoh that will not give you straw and yet will demand that you produce bricks and still meet the quota. No, that's not God. It will be unrighteous of God to demand from you what He's not equipped you to produce. And so God gives grace for every assignment given. Ephesians 4:7 reads, "But to each one of us, grace was given according to the measure of Christ's gift." And so for every gift or every assignment or every responsibility God gives you, He gives grace. He gives grace. He gives grace commensurate to the assignment. That's what God does. God gives us grace according to the assignment He has given to us to accomplish. And so there is grace for every assignment. That's the truth of God's word. And so what is grace? Grace is God's enablement for the assignment. It is what enables you for the assignment. It is the power of God that grants you all you need to get the job done, to get the assignment accomplished. God gives you an assignment, gives you what you need to get the job done. That's the way God operates. In the assignment God has given you, He knows you on your own, with your own abilities, with your own strength, your wisdom and knowledge, can never get the job done. And hear me well, no matter how equipped you think you are, your strength, your ability, your skill, your competence alone can never bring you into the fullness of that which God has for you. It can never. Your strength, God knows in the assignment He's giving you, you on your own with your ability, strength alone can never get the job done. In Genesis chapter 6, verse 5 to 10, we see how Noah found grace. Then the Lord saw that the wickedness of man was great on the earth, and that every intent of the thought of his heart was only evil continually. And the Lord was sorry that He had made man on the earth, and he was grieved in his heart. So the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I've created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, creeping thing and birds of the air. For I'm sorry that I made them. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. Verse 9, this is the genealogy of Noah. Noah was a just man, perfect in his generation. Noah walked with God. These were the things that stood him out, that made him find grace. Noah just didn't find grace. He wasn't living carelessly, recklessly like the people in his generation, and then grace just found him. No. Noah was a just man, perfect in his generation. Noah walked with God. Noah found grace because of these things which stood him out in his generation. Verse 10 says, and Noah begat 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. So the Bible said Noah found grace. The grace Noah found, remember I said this, that grace is God's enablement for you to accomplish your assignment. God does not just give you grace for nothing. No, grace, the enablement of God, comes for a reason. And so when Noah found grace, obviously there was an assignment. The grace Noah found enabled him build the ark that saved him and his household. And so when he found grace, and God began to reveal to him, look, I'm about to press a restart button on planet Earth. Genesis 6, verse 13 to 17. And God said to Noah, the end of all flesh has come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them. And behold, I will destroy them with the earth. Make yourself an ark of gopher wood. Make rooms in the ark, and cover it inside and outside with pitch. And this is how you shall make it. The length of the ark shall be 300 cubits, its width 50 cubits, its height 30 cubits. And you shall make a window for the ark, and you shall finish it to a cubit from above, and set the door of the ark in its inside. You shall make it with lower, second, and third decks. And behold, I myself am bringing flood waters on the earth to destroy from under heaven all flesh in which is the breath of life. Everything that is on the earth shall die. So God came and said, look, I'm pressing a restart button. You found grace. I told you grace is God's enablement, to execute the assignment. There's grace for every assignment. Every grace that God gives you is for an assignment. And so Noah found grace. Grace to do what? To execute the assignment. Build the ark. Build the ark. Because God is bringing destruction on the earth. May the grace of God to hear accurately from God be activated in you this day. Because Noah found grace, and in that grace he was able to hear and receive accurately from God instructions, guidance, revelation on what to do, how to go about it, because God didn't just tell him build an ark and just leave him blankly. No, God gave him specifications and insisted on what to do, what to use. May the grace to hear accurately from God be activated in you this day. May the grace to understand the task at hand also be activated in you. And may the grace to follow through with every instruction given be activated. May God's grace distinguish you in this season like never before. I'd like you to take note. God is not relying on your abilities to get the job done. God designed it to be such that your strength alone, no matter how strong it is you are, will never bring you into his fullness. Never. You must come to the place where you acknowledge and rely on him completely. Let's look at the prayer of Hannah, the mother of Samuel. After she had given Samuel back to the Lord, she prayed and asked God for a son, that if God gives her a son, she will give him back, in the service of the Lord. And the Lord answered and gave her a son. And then here she was. She had brought Samuel back to the temple and handed him over to Eli. And then she prayed a prayer in 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 1. And Hannah prayed and said, my heart rejoices in the Lord. My horn is exalted in the Lord. I smile at my enemies because I rejoice in your salvation. Verse 6 to 9. The Lord kills and makes alive. He brings down to the grave and brings up. The Lord makes poor and makes rich. He brings low and lifts up. He raises the poor from the dust and lifts the beggar from the ash heap, to set them among princes and make them inherit the throne of glory. For the pillars of the earth are the Lord's, and he has set the world upon them. He will guard the feet of his saints, but the wicked shall be silent in darkness. For by strength no man shall prevail. God designed it. No matter how strong you are, no matter how talented you are, no matter how skilled you think you are, no matter how competent you think you are, all that and you alone can never get the job done, can never bring you into the fullness of that which God has, until you come and submit and yield to him and let him take you through, run through you and enable you. Lean on the grace of God to get the job done in all that you do. Don't rely on your strength alone. Don't rely on your knowledge alone. Lean on the grace of God. In the area God grants grace, when God grants grace, in the area God grants grace, it will grease your life and make you move with so much ease. That's what grace is. Grace makes a complex situation look so simply solved. Just one simple idea just dissolves everything. What is so complex will be made so simple for you. Not because you are most intelligent, but because of God's grace working in you. God bless you and keep you till we meet again in Jesus' mighty name.